So you make payments to her, not directly to the dealership?
No.
Why are you not paying the dealership directly? Why are you paying her the money?
How do you pay her?
Through Cell.
Welcome to Financial Cleanup. My name is Marcos, and with me is my lovely co-host, Layla.
Today we have Manny joining us. Thank you for coming.
Thank you.
So Manny, tell us your age, where you live, and what you do for a living.
I'm 22 years old. I am a store manager at BERGEN, and I live in New York.
Okay, and how much would you say you make annually?
Oh, $55,000.
55, you said?
Yeah, 55.
So from our 4 financial categories, you rated yourself as comfortable.
Yes.
So we are happy to see your credit card statements are 0, but you do have a large car payment, which we're going to talk more about later on in the show.
No problem.
Okay. How have you been able to stay out of consumer debt?
I mean, I try to manage my spending
Habits. Mm-hmm.
And then just try to, if I'm spending like, I don't know, $100 more just like in, how do I call it, like in McDonald's or whatever, I try to do that too. And instead of spending that money on that, I try to spend it just in groceries, go to Walmart, and then I try to save like a little bit of money.
Have you tried budgeting before?
Yes, I tried. And it's been working, so that's why I get along with all the savings that I just have right now.
When you're doing your budgeting, are you doing like an Excel spreadsheet? Are you using software? Or is it kind of everything is like...
No, I'm just handwriting. Whatever I see on my statement and stuff, that's what, and I'm trying to think my money goes and stuff, and that's when I have like a little leftover. Those leftovers I have, it's just I should put in the safe account.
How are your finances growing up in your household? Is it something that was talked about? Were you aware of any hardships growing up in your family, or was everything fine?
I mean, I major in international business, so they told me a part of economics and stuff. So once I learned all that, I tried to handle my finances and my economics and see how I go and how much am I spending and stuff. So then after that, I just found like I was spending like a lot, but I don't know where my money was going to. And then I tried to see all these budgets and stuff. But then my mom was telling me, oh, no, it's better if you open an account. I started to open an account. That's when I opened one in my Capital One, just for my car, just in case, because it happened to me that I got unemployed and I didn't have any money. So that's why I started like, no, it's better for me to be saving. And then my mom also told me it's better for me if I start investing. I started just watching some video about investment, and that's how.
How was it when you were younger, before you had any actual work, when your parents were just the ones working? How was finances then? It
was good because, I mean, my mom is separate, so I only with my mom and my siblings. So I was helping my mom going to school, working with her a little bit. Whatever money I have, she was giving it to me as saving just for college and stuff, just in case, we don't know. Or sometimes just groceries, and then... Oh,
so you helped out growing up with your mom?
Yeah, always, because she helped me to know about all these financial worlds and stuff.
How many siblings do you have?
Well, there are 4 of us.
4, so, okay. So you lived with all of them?
I live with 3 of them.
3?
Yeah, the oldest.
So they helped financially. Were they older than you?
I have 1, but she's not in the country. Okay. And then I have my 2 little ones. Well, they're 18 and 15. They also do their own finances. We try to help each other and give advice to each other. Awesome. That's what we do.
Do you have any short or long-term goals?
What I want to do right now, I want to buy a house. So that's the only main goal that I have. And then I just want to keep saving money for my retirement. Well, I'm doing modeling and acting. So sometimes I have to have money saved just in case I have to travel or have to buy a ticket or whatever. That's why.
It makes us happy that you said you're 22.
I am 22.
And you're already thinking about retirement.
Yeah, because I always like to have a plan ahead.
Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, a lot of people that we talk to that are well into their 30s and 40s have no retirement plan. So the fact, like you said, that you're thinking about it already is huge.
Yeah, that's why you see, like, I have a multiple savings account. Not because something, just because I just want to be prepared just in case. I don't know.
All right, so let's just jump right into your debt. Student loans, do you have any?
No, I do not have any.
Did you go to school?
Yes, I did.
Do you have a degree?
I do. International business.
Oh, yes, you international business. How were you able to pay for that? Was it financial aid, grants?
It was financial. I was paying almost $400 a month because my grades were good and school, it was good.
You got a scholarship?
I did not, just because I moved in 2019. I was making my last year here, and then COVID came. I was trying to apply for a scholarship. They didn't allow me just because I didn't have my citizenship. That was the only issue. Then after that, instead of giving like scholarship or paying like a big amount, they were telling me that because my grades and I was doing great in school. They were lower my monthly payment a little bit down.
Oh, that's interesting.
So they helped me with it.
So do you find that your degree has helped you to where you are today?
Yep.
Is this something that you plan on using later on in life, your degree?
I always like to have a backup. As I say, I'm doing modeling and acting, so that's like my first thing that I have, my first career that I have. If that doesn't happen, then I have my backup as international business.
Something to fall back into.
And then if that doesn't work, then I speak 7 languages. I also have like another backup.
7 languages?
Yeah, I do.
Wow. What languages?
I speak Spanish is the first one. I talk myself English along with Italian, French. I speak a little bit of Mandarin, and I'm learning Korean, Russian, Portuguese, and Thai.
Wow.
So it's more than 7.
Wow, that's amazing. Good for you.
But I want to learn 20. That's my goal.
20?
Awesome.
Wow.
Yeah,
so how are you learning them? Like, what's the process?
Just online.
Just watching like videos and like apps?
Something like that. That's how I learn. That's how I learn English.
Yeah. Good for you. Wow.
Awesome.
You speak it well, so that's great.
Yeah. If you're enjoying this content, please remember to like and subscribe. Now back to the show. Next, we have personal loans.
I do not have any.
Okay. Car loans.
I have a car.
That's what we're going to talk about.
Okay, let's talk about it. You have... What kind of car do you drive?
It's a Kia Sportage 2021.
2021? Okay. How much did you buy that car for?
It was 2,500. 25,000.
25,000? Okay. We weren't able to pull up your statement for the car, right? Because the circumstances are a little odd, right? Can you explain the process and you buying the car and then how you're making your payments right now? Because it was a little confusing.
It was. Okay. As I said, I mentioned before, I work at BERGEN, so I met this person at work. I was the manager in charge, so that's why I got to meet like a lot of people. And I had like a tiny problem with my family, so that's why it got me just to buy the car. This guy helped me to buy the car along with his wife. So I paid it was a down payment, $3,000. I gave the $3,000 a down payment, and then I started, because of my credit score, it was so low, and they gave me like a high interest rate.
What's your interest rate?
I would say 25%.
Ouch. Okay.
And what else was it? Sorry.
It's okay.
So the process. So how do you make your payments? So you don't make them directly to the financing department,
Like,
right?
no, I spoke with this person, with ex-wife, and then she makes payment and she sends me the statements, but I delete it from my Gmail. Most of the time I have them, just I emptied it because I have a lot good.
The gentleman that you met, you work with,
Right.
correct? And then you asked him for help, and his wife is the one that works at the car dealership?
Right.
Okay, so then you got the car through him.
Because of her working at the dealership.
Okay, and then, so you make payments to her, not directly to the dealership.
No.
Why are you not paying the dealership directly? Why are you paying her the money?
How do you pay her? Through Zelle?
Through Zelle. I've just seen on the same end. Yeah, it's through Zelle. Because that was the easiest way for me, and I didn't know anything about, because I didn't have like another person to guide me through all that. So I thought it was like, okay, that's fine. Because in my country, that's how we do it. I don't know here. So that's like another thing that I have. Like, I'm not 100% aware of how like the American system work.
Okay.
Along with a foreign country, you know.
Right.
So that's why I was like, oh, okay, that's fine.
She should have guided you though, especially her working at a
She
dealership.
should have, but as I said, like I didn't
You
know.
what you don't know.
Yeah.
Because right now it shows we have a purchase price of $24,000. You put down $3,000. You have an interest rate of 25%, and your monthly payment is $837.
Yes.
Which is outrageous. We have to figure out how we're going to reduce that, which we can talk about later in the show. But that, just so you're aware, that's very, very high. Extremely high interest rate and extremely high payment.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Medical debt?
No, nothing.
Do you have medical insurance?
I do.
Okay. And credit cards. So you have 2 credit cards.
There are 1, 2, 4 in total.
4 credit cards. Okay. So in front of me right now, I have 2 credit cards from Capital One with 0 balances, which is great. And then I have a checking account. Do you use this checking account for everyday transactions?
Every day.
Okay.
That's my main bank.
Okay. So I'm just going to briefly go through it. You had a beginning balance of $7,400 with an ending balance of $4,800. So it looks like you pay your credit cards through the checking account, outgoing transactions towards your credit cards. What is auto safe travel? $10. I see a lot of that.
Oh, that's I opened an account in the Chase too. It was for my car.
Okay.
It was giving me like a low interest rate. I mean, percent.
Yeah.
The
yield.
Oh, okay.
It was giving me that. It was giving me just 0.01. That's why I opened on the Capital One, because it was giving me 4.20 something, 4 points.
Good.
So this is automatically gets pulled out into that savings account.
And then I just closed it. All the money that I have on that saving account, it was transferred to
the high yield.
Capital. Right.
Okay.
Awesome. All right. So we see McDonald's for 10, Dunkin' 10, bakery for $30, reoccurring charge purchase, Rise. So what is that?
Oh, that's my coffee.
Okay.
Yeah,
that's the mushroom coffee?
Yeah, that's the only coffee
So
that
it's
I'm drinking.
$40 a month?
$40?
Yeah, $36?
Yeah. It is every 45 days.
Okay.
Yeah, every 45.
So you don't buy any coffee outside?
No.
Good.
No.
So what are we going for Dunkin' for?
It was my mom. We had a meeting with one of her friends. So
Okay.
we went and she told me, do you mind if I buy something? I was like, okay, that's fine.
That's fine, yeah.
Yeah.
Okay, Dollar General for $35. Are we doing food shopping at Dollar General?
No, sometimes when I have most of the time I'm not at home, I'm working. I barely see my brothers. I take them out. What do you want?
Okay.
Oh,
That's
nice.
all.
Okay.
Planet Fit for $25, so gym membership.
Correct.
Macy's for $100. I see DSW $29. Walmart for $20. I see a few Walmart on here. So is this where you do your food shopping?
Walmart, yes.
Okay.
Walmart or ShopRite.
Gas. I see a few charges for gas around $30 to $35. So are you filling up weekly? It looks like weekly,
It is like
right?
almost, yeah, it's kind of weekly, twice a week if I'm not wrong, because where I live is like, it's so upstate and I work an hour away. So I have to drive from point A to point B an hour.
Every day?
2 hours.
Is that every day you're driving
Every
that?
day.
Oh, okay.
That's a lot. Beer Worlds for $40, another gas for $30, Panda Express $12, Lyft, and Lyft $25, $37, and $24. Where are we going?
The statement is from
This statement is from
Last
April.
month.
April to May.
I went to California.
Okay, so that's how you're getting around.
That's why you
What
see.
did you do in California? Was that vacation or? Was
I went to Hollywood to sign a contract for this modeling and
working?
acting.
Oh, okay. Awesome. Do they cover any of the expenses when you do that or no?
No, it was on me.
Everything's on you?
Yep.
Okay.
Just that one. It was like a meet everybody, so I knew that I was
Oh, like a
spending
meet and
money.
greet type?
Yeah, kind of like that. I was meeting agents from all over the United States.
Okay, but no work was set. It was just introductory meeting? Or did you actually get a signed contract? Or?
I did.
Oh, so you got work from it.
Yeah, I have 2 right now.
Do you have to fly back for the work or is it work here local?
No, because they told me either it could be in LA or New York.
Oh, okay.
They told me if I have to travel, they will cover those
that's
expenses.
good.
Yep.
Oh, okay.
So I see that Zelle payment for your car, $837 right here.
It's a big one.
It's a big one, yes. I see a Zelle payment to Julius for $450.
Oh, he was my roommate when we went to LA.
Okay.
We split the payment, so
Okay.
and that way we paid less.
Awesome.
I think there's 2
Yes,
under his name.
$500 and $450.
Yep, that was a room.
Okay.
Just a room.
I see Walmart again for $20. I'm assuming food shopping. McDonald's, that bakery again for $40.
I went with my family. We just hang out because we just celebrate because I got my contract. That was all.
Nice.
Yeah, it was.
AutoZone, $60.
I went to buy the red tank for gas and then the bump. I mean, it's not the bump.
Oh, the bumper?
Kind of like that, yeah. So I spent like that's why.
What the cover? Bumper cover?
No, it's not the bumper.
Oh.
It's from the gas, instead of you're lifting it and dump all the gas from from the container to the tank, I just buy like a hose or something.
Oh, to
okay.
connect
Yeah.
it.
Like a funnel. Okay. Why'd you buy that? What is that for?
So instead of you carrying the container and try to pour the gas that you have in it, you just have the hose. So you connect from the container to the thing from the gas from your car, and it just like suck it. I don't even know how to explain it. It has like a hose. It's a hose though.
Wait, what is it for?
What is it for? It's because you go to the gas station to fill up your car.
No, because sometimes I like to have extra gas on home. Yeah, just in case. I always have one in case.
Oh, okay.
Is that used it for like a lawnmower or anything, or is it just for your car?
Sometimes my mom uses it, but.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. It just that's why I don't even know how to call it, but it's like a hose that.
You said you live in the boonies basically, so it's good to have gas just in case. That's what you're saying. Okay. McDonald's again.
My sister.
Your sister. We have Walmart for $50, Best Buy for $140.
I pay the credit card.
Credit card.
Yeah, the Best Buy. I told him that I have the Best Buy, but it's paid off, so he said he doesn't need it. Yeah.
And that pretty much covers your checking account. Next, we have savings accounts.
We have a few savings accounts. First one is we have a Capital One high yield savings account, which is yielding a 4.24%.
Correct.
Which is nice to see. Currently have a balance of $231.98. And that is the one that you have money going into.
From my checking account to my saving. Yep.
Okay. And then you have a Chase account. Looks like there's a beginning balance, $1,250. You withdrew some money, leaving you with an ending balance of $640. Where did that money go?
That's just says from April, right?
Yeah.
And that is a saving or checking? Because I only have
This is a saving. So looks like there was a transaction that went out of $950.
Oh, that's when I paid to this guy.
Oh, that was for
yeah, because I have the checking on Chase and I have a saving.
Okay.
So on the saving, I just try to save. Transfer is weekly.
Okay, so this is the one that's yielding 0.01%. So this account you closed, or you still have it?
No, I still have it.
You still have it. Okay, you just don't use it. So I would try to consolidate, because then we have a SoFi savings account that you use for investing. Right? You have $268 there. And it looks like you have some individual stocks. And then you have an American Express savings account with $200 as well. Why do you have so many savings accounts?
Well, I was looking online which one was the best saving account and which one was giving you the best yield. So I went into the SoFi. I just opened it because my investment. And then I opened an American Express just because I was like, just in case. I know it was paying good. And if I want to get a credit card from American Express, I know we'll have some money up there.
Okay.
I always like to have backup, but that's all the accounts that I have no more.
You have this Chase one that's 0.01. I would completely close it. There's no purpose to have it. And I would pick one high yield savings account. There's no reason to have multiple. You have three. You have four total. And then if you get rid of the Chase, I would just keep one and pick the one with the best rate.
Yes.
And just keep it. Don't chase. You're going to be chasing the interest rate. They're going to go up and down. They're going to fluctuate. It's not a good use of your time.
Oh, okay.
And it's going to get confusing too, having all those savings accounts.
Yeah, I mean, because I already know where money goes. So if you see the SoFi, there's another checking account. Sometimes I don't make anything from there, so I just leave it there. Money goes there just in case.
Again, it makes it very confusing. I would try to. I see. So you opened up this one account, right, just specifically for your car.
The Capital One, yes, right? Just in case if I have to fix it.
I'm glad to see that you have, you're thinking ahead and you're putting money aside for it. But I would try to lump everything together and, use like a budgeting software. There's a few different ones that are very popular. I know they have YNAB, which is what we use. It's You Need a Budget. There's Rocket Money. There's Monarch Money. There's Every Dollar. There's several different apps you can use that would make it very easy for you to see where your money is going, and you can even categorize your savings accounts.
Right.
So I would try to make it as easy as possible, because this gets very confusing. All you need is 2 accounts.
Okay.
Now it's budget time.
All right. So now that we discussed that, we're going to transition into our next section, which is our budgeting section. Okay.
Okay.
You said you made $55,000 a year, which leaves us with about $3,600 a month into your bank account. Okay. What do you pay for rent?
Zero.
Okay. You live with family, I'd imagine?
Yes, I do.
Okay. And then utilities. You said you contribute some money to help with some of the expenses?
Yeah, $55.
$55. What is that for? Electricity.
Gas?
Electric? Okay. Awesome. Internet, cable. you pay anything for that?
No.
No. Subscriptions. We saw a few. We saw you have the Platinum Fitness, $25 a month. Do you actually use it?
Yeah,
do you go to the gym?
Yeah,
okay,
every day.
Awesome.
Good.
And then we saw some other subscriptions, some Prime, Disney Plus. You use all of those?
Yep.
Yeah. Okay. Considering this overall situation that you're in, I think it's acceptable. We have $106 for subscriptions. Cell phone, we have you at $60.
Yeah, $60.
Right? Okay, awesome. Toiletries, we budget $100. This is for anything you may need for the household. You know, toilet paper, personal care, deodorant, things like that. Toothpaste. We have about $100 a month set aside.
Does that sound right?
Yeah.
About?
Yeah.
I think that should be sufficient.
I thought it was more. Yeah.
Groceries, we have $300. We didn't see a ton on there, right? So I think that's a good number to start you off with, and that can be adjusted. But it doesn't even look like you were spending that. So it looks like we're going to give you more than what you're currently spending.
Okay.
All right. Eating out, we have at $100. We just want realistic for, you know, the Dunkin' Donuts every once in a while, the other places that you may visit, especially if you're going out to California or other places while you're, you know, for work.
I mean, this trip was like, I know I have to spend money, so that's why I opened the account, and I was like, I'd rather just have some money.
We have a car payment of $837.
Correct.
Okay, that one hurts. So based on your salary, your car payment should be just under $400 a month. All right, there's something called the 23-8 rule. All right, you put 20% down, finance over 3 years, and it cannot exceed more than 8% of your gross income, which would put you just under $400 a month. And you are way, way, way above that. All right. So you understand the bigger picture of why this was such a big mistake. Let's look at some of the numbers.
Okay.
If you would have purchased it at $24,000 and put a $3,000 down payment, you would have had a loan of $21,000. Okay. With interest, taxes, everything built in. So the total price of the car, because of the interest, is costing you $44,000. As opposed to buying a used car between 5 and 7. Now you're stuck paying $44,000 for a Kia. You know, and your car payment alone is $837, which is normally what you see on a higher end car. If you're buying Mercedes or BMW, that's kind of where the norm is, which is not good. I don't condone that because that's crazy in itself, but that's typically where you see these higher payments, not on a Kia. Just so you're aware. Okay. What I would recommend you do is refinance this vehicle. Okay. So since then, your credit has improved significantly, right?
Yeah.
So what I would do is I would go to a credit union, get an auto loan, tell them you want to use that loan to pay off the car at a 25% interest rate. And you could probably cut this payment in half. Right now, I mean, your credit score is just under 700, right? You're in like the high 600s?
Almost 700, yeah.
Almost 700.
680 something.
Right now, with the rates you should be able to get a car loan between like
that's
6 and 8%, which is not the best, but it is a lot better than 25%.
I mean,
and that's just like
on numbers, yes, it is.
You're gonna save a ton of money.
Right. As I said, like when I got the car, my credit score wasn't 500. There were like a lot of inquiries out there. I called the credit bureaus. I don't know those transactions. I don't know none of that. I had like 10. I didn't know anything. I had to have like at least 3 or 4 to be like an average good.
Yeah.
They are trying to delete it, even though I just dispute something because I didn't recognize them, and they're sending me. So I'm trying to just for them to get rid of all the inquiries that I have, which I don't know, and then go with auto, something that you said.
Yeah, an auto loan.
Because that's what I'm waiting. Just because my credit, I was trying to improve it a little bit. I know we'll get less interest rates and stuff.
Lower, yeah.
Yeah, so that's why I was waiting a little bit. But with all the numbers that you're giving me, it's kind of crazy.
It's scary looking at it, you know, when you put all the numbers together.
Monthly, you don't see it, but yearly.
Yeah, definitely.
It's a lot.
Let's continue with our budget. We have car insurance, $197.
Yes.
Have you tried pricing that out? I mean, it's not terribly high, but what was your process in getting a quote?
Oh, because they asked me how long I was driving. So I was under my insurance. I mean, I had the insurance with the State Farm. It was with my mom's name because I was a minor or something like that. So that's why when I tried to get one, they told me, because you already been linked with your mom, with whoever. So it gives you like age of all something. So,
Right.
And that way you don't pay a lot. Like a new one. So you've been that's how I get it. Yeah.
What I would do is I would reach out to a insurance broker and send them your policy and see if they can match that coverage with another carrier. You might be able to bring that down.
I was trying to do it with Experian because I know they do all that. So
I would sit down and call someone local, like so you can actually talk to a person and have them and see if they can help you. I wouldn't go through like website to get quotes, like actually talk to a physical person and see if they can price it out.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
All right. And then in addition, you can also take I know a lot of companies give discounts for safety driving courses. So if you, it's a few hours, take that course online and you can save 10%.
Yeah, I'm going to take this on Friday.
Oh, you're already in the process of doing that?
Yeah.
Oh, awesome.
On Friday.
Okay, sweet. All right. Gas, we have $160 a month. Easy Pass, we have $20.
How much on gas?
We have $160.
Oh, I thought it was more.
That's what we saw from your statements.
From the last time? Yeah, I thought it was more.
Yeah, it was like about $40 a week. That's what we saw.
Not that bad.
All right. And pet supplies, we have $30 a month for your cat.
Yeah.
Okay. So your expenses aren't too high. So after these are your mandatory minimum expenses. After this is paid for, we're left with $1,635, which is a healthy amount. Are you seeing that money every month?
No, that's what I wanted to know.
Yeah. So I don't know if
that's something that I don't know if the Best Buy, because of the Best Buy card, sometimes I use it, but I don't spend like a lot. I always paid it off. Yeah.
What are you buying at Best Buy?
Sometimes I just buy like electronic supplies or something for our home. What I did lastly, I just bought my lights. Also, I bought it on Best Buy, and then I bought some
lights
of
for what?
For the monitoring acting. Sometimes I have to record myself.
For work?
Yep.
Okay. Are you writing these off? Because this is not your primary job. So when you go see your accountant, are you keeping track of all these other expenses?
No.
No? All right. So I would sit down and talk to him, tell him that you have your primary work and then you have the side work. All these other expenses are tax deductible.
Okay.
I would sit down and try to calculate all the other expenses, the flight, the food, the lights, everything associated with the equipment, everything associated with that business.
Oh, okay.
I would keep a record of.
Oh, all right.
So you can save yourself some money there.
Okay.
Okay.
You pay your credit cards off every month?
Yes.
In full?
Yeah, in full.
I mean, should be. I mean, if it's not monthly, then it could be in 2 weeks. I pay in full, and then I don't use them.
But you never pay interest from what we saw here. You don't, correct?
No, I barely don't.
Okay.
No.
Good.
Just to bring my credit score thereabout.
Thanks for staying tuned. We would love to hear some feedback, so please drop a comment down below and remember to like and subscribe. Now back to the show.
All right, let's talk about the recommendations. This is what I would do if I was in your position, okay?
Okay.
You said at Burger King they give you a 401k, right? So I would take the match at minimum because that's 100% return on your money, okay? If you're contributing more than that, I would just reduce it just for the match because you have high interest debt that you need to get rid of. And it just doesn't make sense to be investing, trying to get 8% when you have 25% working against you. Okay. If you're taking the match, it's 100%. Okay. So do that. After that, every dollar that you have should be going into paying this car loan off. All right. I know you said you had money going from your checking account into the SoFi account and then you were buying individual stocks. I would stop that.
Okay.
I would stop that because again, you're trying to make between 7 and 10%, but then you have 25% working against you. So the math doesn't make sense.
Okay.
So at least your logic is there. I understand that you're trying to invest and you're trying to prepare for the future, which is great. But this is hindering you, so you have to get rid of before you can.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, before you can go further into investing. This is itself an investment, essentially, paying off this car loan. Okay. Emergency fund, you already have that there. I would leave that. I would not touch it. Again, I would transfer that into a high yield savings account, just so you're making the 4% yield that you have on Capital One.
Okay.
Okay, so that way you're generating a little bit of money, and just let it sit. If a car repair comes up, like you said, you have it there. If anything comes up, there's money there. Okay. Once you have the match, the car paid off, the emergency fund, the next thing I want you to do is you need to look into a Roth IRA. Okay, that's an investment account for retirement. You're able to contribute $7,000 a year as of 2024. and that compounds over time. You're 22, right?
Yes.
So if you contribute from now till the age of 65, your balance at 65 would be $2,334,233.
It's good to get started now because you're young.
Wow.
That's why it's so powerful. So let's say you start at my age. I'm 33 years old. If I just started right now, it would go from the 2.3 million. For me, it'd be at 966,000. So that's a big difference. That's why it's so important to get started early. And you are in a perfect position. Okay. So right now, if you were to invest into the Roth and max it out, it would be just under $600 a month, which you can easily do with the money you have left over. Because you have $1,600 left over.
Yeah.
But again, keep in mind, that's only after everything else is paid off.
Right.
You understand? And then after that, I would start maxing out your 401k. You're up to 23,000 right now. And keep in mind that these numbers are going to change with inflation. So I think last year the Roth was at 6,500. This year they increased it. Next year they might increase it even more. So those numbers will,
Fluctuate.
They won't come down, but they'll go up. So just keep in mind that number, the 2.3 million that we talked about, is based on the $7,000 number, because in 10 years from now, that 7,000 could be 10. And obviously that's going to be even more. So again, it just really depends.
Okay.
That's really all I have right now. And then after that, if you want to start saving for, a house, you want to start saving for any other expenses that you can think of, I would start preparing like you've been doing.
Yeah.
But I think overall you're in a pretty good shape, minus that car. Yeah, that car is the only thing that's really hurting. And it seems like you didn't know, obviously. You kind of just went into it not really doing any homework. And that was, obviously a mistake, but it's okay. We move forward, we learn, and
correct it.
At least now you're aware of the damage.
Yeah, because I didn't know that, but thank you guys.
And at least you're only a year in, so you can definitely, you can make the changes quick.
I will.
All right.
I'm going to.
Hopefully this also helps people watching make sure they do their homework before they buy. Ask the right questions.
Yeah, definitely. Do you have any questions for us as of right now?
For now? No.
No?
No, nothing.
Okay. Layla, final thoughts, questions?
Everything was clear, so.
Okay. Awesome.
Perfect.
I'm glad you were able to get some insight on, the overall financial picture, and we appreciate you coming on and putting your life on display. We know it's not easy. It's very difficult, and this is a very personal topic. So thank you for coming on. And
Thank you very much.
All right.